everybody, it's time to LOL. Listen out loud, that is. It's time for Anime Jam Session with DJ Ranma S, Mako-chan, and Ari Rockefeller.
Hey everybody, welcome to Anime Jam Session, episode number 612. We are that podcast talks about anime, games, conventions, the fandom, geek stuff, and everything in between. I'm DJ Ranma S.
I'm Ari Rockefeller.
And I'm Barry Mellon.
And Mako-chan is off tonight. She's taking a bit of a mental health break, and she'll be back next week. Don't worry. And if she feels up to it, she'll let us know what's been going on. Because trust me, I know a lot of us have had those days at work where you just want to check out. It's sort of like you had a rough day at work. You don't want to do anything else. All you want to do is plop down in front of the TV, just put something on, or just fall mindlessly into a video game. And you know what? That is perfectly okay.
Or set something on fire.
Oh, well, you gotta make sure you have like a legal, like an alibi or something like that if you're gonna do that. Not that I advise it. I'm just saying when it's going to do something like that, make sure you cover your tuchus. That's all I'm saying. Oh man. What a night. What a night. Anywho, how is everybody doing tonight?
I'm friggin' tired.
Agreed. My schedule's been all over the place.
I believe it. I'm just like, well, things are kind of going, you know. Anywho, let's get the show on the road tonight, shall we?
Sure.
We are live tonight, week of November 14th, 2023, right here on Twitch TV. We're live here Tuesdays from 9 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern. You can always find us at Twitch TV/Anime Jam Session. We're also proud to be part of the Voice of Geeks Network at VogNetwork.com. You can always find them at VogNetwork.com. And they also all are on Twitch as well. You can find them at Twitch TV/VogNetwork. They kick things off on Sundays at 8 p.m. with the Bobby Blackwolf Show, followed by Orange Lounge Radio at 9. And come hang out in our Discord, VogNetwork.com/Discord. Every show that's part of the Voice of Geeks Network has a channel. So come through, hang out, and have a good time with us. You know, it's all good in the hood. So now that we got that out the way, we're going to go around the room with how was your week? How was your day? Ari.
Well, last week was pretty busy with work. Working on the afternoon shift, which is why I couldn't be here. One positive thing is that there were 2 holidays last week. So 16 hours of holiday pay. That's going to look pretty good on my paycheck.
Wait. What holiday was that?
Election Day and Veterans Day.
Oh, yeah, those were normal days at work for us, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's how it's mostly been work stuff. I mean, this week I'm on the normal morning shift, and I finally get a Monday through Friday, work week, something I hadn't had in a while.
No, that's good.
And I'll gladly get up at 4:30 a.m. if it means I can have the weekend to myself.
Oh, that was kind of me this past weekend.
Mm-hmm. I also got back into playing The Division 2. I managed to download it onto my PS5, and thankfully it still logged all my hours from when I was previously playing it, and when I started back up after so long, it said, "Welcome back, Agent. Your last login was about 1,600 days ago." So I'm like, wow, has it been that long since I picked this thing up?
I've been there. There have been games where I'm just like, now what the hell was I don't remember. Reset, new game.
That's about 4.5 years.
You know what's funny though? It's interesting that you brought that up because I have the first game. I've only played a little bit of it, but I really enjoyed it. And I ended up picking up the sequel because I caught it on sale for like $14.99. So I was like, yoink, and threw it up on the shelf. Yeah, it's still on the shelf. Shrink wrap collecting dust. Yeah.
I hate it when that happens.
Who you kidding?
So yeah, that's how things have been going for me.
Hmm. All right, Barry. How was your week? How was your day?
It's been pretty uneventful. I've just been breaking back into a hobby I used to have of like hama beads, which
Mm-hmm.
are like a thermoplastic bead. They're also called perler beads, but you can make like pixel, like 64-bit, 8-bit kind of looking pixel art with them. And so
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten back into those, but really, other than that, it's been pretty uneventful. Been pretty
Gotcha.
quiet.
Gotcha.
That's another hobby that can make a lot of money disappear in a hurry.
Hmm.
Yeah, it definitely is a time sink and a money sink, but I've been having fun with it. It's a hobby that I had probably at least 5 years ago, if not longer, and I ended up like collecting all the materials and I just kind of have them. So it was something that I kind of fell back into because there are ways now that a lot of artists have come up with to create like 3D models with them by building up pieces and then like popping them together, kind of like joining them like a little bit of a puzzle. So I've been
Mm-hmm.
playing around with the 3D, the way that people have made a few patterns and stuff for 3D
Mm-hmm.
renditions of it. And there's also some artists that have been doing a lot of like standees and stuff
Yeah.
in a 8-bit or 64-bit style.
Uh-huh.
And so when we get to Geek Roundtable, I already actually made a standee of myself out of the Hama beads, but I have the pattern. I haven't gotten a picture of the finished one yet. Wait, I think I
Okay.
might actually have a picture of the finished one though.
Cool. All right. All right. Well, while Barry gets that together, my weekend day it's just been work as per normal. I've been kind of checking in with my trip to Japan. For those of you who have not heard that, I am spending the last 2 weeks of the year, December, in Japan doing a tour. And as Serenity 0410 asks if I'm counting down the trip, I am, but at the same time I'm not. I just know that my last day at work, I go home. I will probably sleep for about 6, 7 hours, wake up, and just have my bags ready. I will leave my house at around 4 a.m., maybe 5 a.m., and take a lift all the way to the airport and go. Because I had originally said I was going to like book a hotel room nearby. And I have like the points for it, but I realized, you know what? I'm gonna save that for something more important. And I figure I'll just drop the $60 on a lift and just go over there, which is something I'll probably end up doing anyway. So, because my flight's at like 8:40 in the morning, New York to Toronto, then Toronto nonstop to Narita. So yeah, I'm a little excited. So I spent the last couple of days kind of looking for a decent suitcase. I have ones, but I want like a hard case, something more sturdy. Serenity Forte says that she wants to see pictures. Oh, don't worry. I will be sharing photos on my Facebook fan page, and I will try to hit up the Sailor Moon pop up store. We'll see what happens. 3 days in Akihabara. I promise you, I won't go broke. But you know. But also another thing that I did over the weekend was, well, kind of work on convention photos because I had a last week was a bit of a rough week for me dealing with some things, so I kind of sort of just hung out with friends Friday and Saturday, and then spent the rest of Saturday into Sunday just editing photos from AAC. And I'm basically at, I want to say, I think I'm at the 2/3 mark because Friday's done. All of Saturday is done except for Saturday night and the masquerade. And then I just have like a couple hundred photos for Sunday, and then that's it. And then I got to take care of J1Con and then Anime NYC, which is this weekend. So it'll be fun. And no, I'm not buying all the Venus figures. Trust me, there are Venus figures out there that I don't even like, all right? I actually hated the Q Posket figures for the longest, until Barry knows that I am a fan of Love Live, and they know that my favorite character in Sunshine is Yoshiko, or Yohane Tsushima. They pointed it out to me about this one Q posket, and I was like, I'll give it a second try. Next thing you know, I have like 3 Venus Q poskets back there, so I'm good. I actually have a friend who got me like one of the nice figures, and got me like this huge Sailor Venus pin. I thought it was like a challenge coin or something, but I'll share that off when I get that on our Geek Roundtable. So other than that, that's basically has been it. And I also realized I missed out on one of the panels for Anime NYC, because when I got the email for my pass, I'm like, there's nothing. I'm going to be so busy doing photography, hanging out, and talking to people. I doubt I'm going to be able to do much of anything. I just happened to check the panels. There's a panty and stocking one. I'm just like, it's on a Friday. What are the odds? Already sold out. And I was like, and I don't mean sold out, but what they do is a lot of huge conventions allow you to do panel registration, where you will like reserve a seat. The only reason why you would get there early if you want a good seat or something like that. So I will, if there's a queue line for, I'm going to swing by there. I will be going as Garda Belt, and I will try to record the panel and have a little bit of fun with that. So we'll see how that goes. So that basically has been my week and day. So let's get into some housekeeping here. We got a little bit of some housekeeping news. Don't forget, episodes of Anime Jam Session are available on our YouTube page at youtube.com/Anime Jam Session. And I believe the video podcast is up on YouTube. I'll be double checking that in a bit. I believe only this year's episodes are available. I'll try to get the rest over. So, and if that's the case, you'll probably be no more of a playlist. You'll find all of the podcast episodes on that playlist there. So on that one, so you want to go to youtube.com/Anime Jam Session. Just click on podcast VODs, and episodes are there. Episodes do go up Thursday at 12 noon. Actually, episodes are available Thursdays at 12 noon. And also, our final convention of the year, Anime NYC. Again, it is this weekend, so come out and have some fun. Friday and Sunday tickets are still available. It's the 17th to the 19th. Come through, hang out. I am curious about the masquerade and see how that's gonna go. I'm looking forward to that. So who. Now that we got that out the way, we're gonna go ahead and bring ourselves into Geek Roundtable. This is the part of the show where we talk more about the geekier aspects of our weekend day. So, Ari, what you got for our Geek Roundtable?
Well, wasn't sure if I had showed this off or not. It's been a while since I've been on the show, but this is a nice little collectible I got recently. It's a Dusk Ball, for a Pokemon Pokeball. And the base glows and lights up and whatnot. And turn it on real quick. Turn it. There we go. See?
Yeah, I don't think you showed that off previously, because that's really cool looking. I would remember something like that, and then again, my memory is kind of half-assed, but still,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice. It feels really nice and heavy, like it's like solid kind of metal to it, not like cheap plastic. But okay, yeah, it also has a little guide with instructions on how to make it light up, how to do all the good stuff. I wanted to get a quick ball, my other favorite ball, mostly because it's really good for catching Pokemon.
Right.
But this is the next best thing.
That's good.
Hey, Barry, what do you got?
Well, like I said earlier, I've been working back with hammer beads again. And so I just basically made up a like a standee for myself that I was pretty proud of. I patterned it and everything myself, so I was pretty happy with how it came out.
Nice.
But of course, yeah, it's all about patterning and stuff. Some of the beads got a little blown out or like exploded, which is like the terminology for when like the bubbles are a little bigger. But it's okay. It was my first try after coming back to it after probably over a decade at this point. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
not like completely mad about it. So yeah, I have some more tools to try it again, maybe in a different pose, and I have also the other patterns I want to try out as well. So I'm excited for it. And generally, yeah, I've just been kind of playing around with it and getting back into making like 8-bit and 64-bit stuff.
Cool. So what I've been up to is I've been watching anime. There's this one, I call it The Shadow of Darkness, but I know that's not the name of it. I have not been able to watch last week's episode because High Dive app is being a bitch. So I'm probably gonna have to watch it on my desktop here, or just put it on my Surface and stream it to my TV so I can enjoy it. Actually, I think the High Dive app is on my LG TV or my PlayStation 4. I might try one of those just because. And I'm like, yes, I can watch anime at my computer, but I want to be lazy and watch it on my big screen. Because think about it. Would you rather watch anime on your nice 2K that can do 4K 27-inch monitor with 2.1 surround sound speakers? Or would you rather watch it on the big 43-inch 4K 60 hertz screen with 5.1 surround sound? Just saying. So, and there's that. I actually, because of that, I started watching an older anime called Gate, and I realized watching these episodes, I'm like, this is almost me this is almost my life. It's basically about this guy who helps stop an invasion from another world, and you come to find out he is just a lazy military guy. It's like the irresponsible Captain Tyler meets an alternate dimension. So, I'm caught up with Rising of the Shield Hero. I'm caught up with Spy Family. I know there's another series. I might as well say I'm caught up with Kenshin. Yes, I know the whole issue with Kenshin, but look, I am sharing an account. The creator's already gotten paid, so I'm just like, whether you watch it or not, he gets paid. So that's the way I look at it. So there's that. And also, another isekai anime that I really enjoy. I kind of feel like this one is different from most. And it's like, I would say it's like my number 2 isekai, number 1 being ReZero. It's Mushiko Tensei, or Jobless Reincarnation. One of the characters on the show that I've grown fond of, and towards the end of her appearance on the show, I basically can't stand her because she hurt my boy, Rudius. She hurt my boy.
What happened?
I'll get into that in just a bit. So, I went looking for figurines of this character, and I could only find like the more expensive near naked ones, and that's not the type of stuff I like to collect. Most, I know, Barry. I know you're shocked. I know you are. But anywho, if you look at most of the figurines that I have, they're either wearing battle outfits or school uniforms, or for the far and few bunny outfit. But as you can see, Rascals That Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. So the girl I'm talking about is Eris Greyrat. Rudius is like distant half cousin or something like that. And I don't know. I think I was looking for images of her, to rotate on my phone, and I happened to stumble across this figure of her. Oh, if I can turn it this way. From Sega. It's her wearing her normal battle outfit from most of seasons 1 and 2. And I didn't even know this was an actual figure because I kept checking otaku mode. So, but the thing is, I keep forgetting it. Some of those websites where you buy like Japanese figures, half the time they're gotcha sites. Because some sites, it's like, we have this figure. And what they do is they want you to pre-order. Because half of those pages are like, if they get like 15 pre-orders for this one character, they actually send their team out going to machines to buy them. And then they turn around and up the cost and this and that. Well, I know a couple of sites do that. And some of them actually get wholesale stuff. So I have my Eris Gray Rat figure, and I'm happy. Now, Ari, to answer your question, what did she do? Rudius had like the biggest crush on Eris for the longest. So, at the end of season 1, they did the deed. The next day, she was gone. She basically said to him, "You are all right, but I'm looking for somebody that's better," and this, and that. She basically Dear John'd him.
Damn.
And that left him with a serious case of impotency. Yeah. In season 2, he's surrounded by these very beautiful women, and it does nothing for him. But at the end of, I think the first half of season 2, he gets a cure. And when you watch it, you'll truly understand. Like I said, I like the character, but she did my boy dirty.
Yeah.
She did him dirty. You know, Barry, you need to channel your dark powers and blast Eris for what she did.
I actually like Eris, and there's a lot more character development, I think, than what you've seen so far.
No,
I'm good. I'm not gonna blast her.
Hey, here's the thing. I liked the character development. I like where everything was going. It's just that she did my boy dirty. That's the problem that I have, which makes it hard for me to really give her. I mean, I can give her credit. I respect the character that she is, but she just did my boy wrong. There was no reason for that. That's the issue.
I mean, I think there were a lot of reasons, but I think that a lot of people miss that nuance.
Maybe.
They were still, in that instance, emotionally children.
Okay,
And
true.
she expressed in that letter, I'm sorry, spoilers for anybody who's in chat.
Wait, hold on for 1 second. This season 1's been out for at least a year, so there are no spoilers.
Yeah, but there's still people. I just, it's good to put it out there anyway, because
Right.
you're talking into season 2, Ranma. Like, you're not just talking season 1.
Right,
But
okay, fair,
she
fair.
also said in that letter, basically, that she needed to find herself. Like, that's a big part of it, too, is that emotionally, she was also standoffish.
Yes.
So, like, she was also dealing with processing her own emotions on top of what he was going through, which he was already experienced in life in that way, having isekai'd from being, 38?
True.
And growing back into the body of a young man. Like, yeah, so there's a dynamic there, and a power dynamic and a mental dynamic that if you're just branching in from that particular aspect, you're missing a lot.
Yeah, but Eris is also spoiled and self-centered too.
Yeah, she is.
And
that is first established early in the series.
Yeah. See that's part of the issue that I have. I mean, because like I said, if I truly didn't like the character, I would not have bought that.
Yeah.
And I guess, again, a lot of us watch anime and see what the characters do, and we're just like, oh, I've been there, So I get what Rudius has gone through, but the difference is I handled my issues differently than the way he did, I felt for him, but I felt bad for him, but he needed to grow up while he was out there in the wild. I understand he was lashing out, but he could have handled it way better. He could have. All right. I think if we keep this going, we're not even going to talk about the articles. We're just going to sit here.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good with moving on.
Yeah. I you know what? I think we should spin off and do a new podcast. Just call it Bitching About Anime. And we should just find stuff like this. We should just go back and forth, I kind of wanna, but we'll see. Maybe make that like a bi-monthly podcast or something. We'll see. I don't know.
Could be interesting.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into tonight's topics. Okay. This is something I never would have expected. Oh, Barry, take this away. I'm just like, wow, when I saw this story.
Well, for those of you who are into Sanrio, they've been making quite a few collabs in nerd culture. But if you haven't been paying attention, Hello Kitty is looking to team up with a hit Indian action movie for most bizarre collab ever, with the triple R being a nuance to the movie itself. RRR and Sanrio combines the wildly popular Indian action movie RRR with the kawaii style of Sanrio in a bizarre yet adorable merch collab. The Sanrio, the creators of Hello Kitty, recently revealed a new line of merch and a pop-up shop in collaboration with the blockbuster Indian action film RRR, or Rise, Roar, Revolt. The new merchandise was posted on the Marimo Craft website and features characters from both franchises, including Hello Kitty, Dear Daniel, Alluri Sitarama Raju, and Komaram Bahim? Bahim?
Mm-hmm.
This bizarre yet cute collaboration combines the Indian action drama and musical RRR with the classic kawaii art of Sanrio. The merch will be available online at the Tokyo Character Street Online Plaza starting November 24th, with products ranging from 825 yen to 4,378 yen, or $6 to $30. The merchandise includes plushies featuring Hello Kitty sitting on Alluri's lap and Dear Daniel sitting in Komaram's, acrylic charms and stands of the characters, heart pins, and others characters performing the signature Natu Natu dance from RRR, clear cases, a tote bag, and a curry dish. The physical pop-up shop will open on Tokyo Character Street in Tokyo Station Ichibangai Shopping Complex from November 24th to December 7th of this year, and additional merch is available in a physical pop-up shop, including t-shirts and mugs. RRR is an Indian blockbuster directed by S.S. Rajamouli that premiered on March 25th, 2022, to immediate acclaim. Within the first day, it had earned a U.S. equivalent of $30 million worldwide and is now one of the highest grossing Indian movies of all time. The film takes place in the 1920s in British-occupied India and follows the story of two historical figures, Alluri Sitarama Raju, or Ram Charan, and Komaram Bhim, N.T. Rama Rao Jr., who fought against the British occupation of their country, and the film takes an alternate history approach as the two main characters never met in real life, and asks what might have happened if the two revolutionaries had combined their efforts. RRR has won several awards after its debut and was nominated for numerous others, winning Best Song in the 95th Academy Awards for Natu Natu, the first Indian film to ever do so. Sanrio has teamed up with various franchises over the years, including Yura and Ice, Haikyuu, My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan, and Naruto. Its current collaboration with RRR may be somewhat unprecedented given the franchise that Sanrio typically partners with, but while the merch may not be to everyone's taste, there will certainly be those who adore Sanrio's latest collaboration.
Yeah, and right now I'm trying to there we go, full screen the video. So those of you who are watching, you're actually seeing the video, and it is muted because I'm not trying to get DMCA'd, okay? And the song is absolutely amazing because it's also dubbed in other other Indian languages, and it's pretty cool too. And I'm just sitting here like,
damn, these guys got some fucking moves.
Bro, Bollywood do not fuck around.
I'm well aware of what Bollywood does.
So I had a crazy idea for a skit for this.
Oh God.
Okay.
Let's hear this.
Okay. All right. So, for those of you who have never seen the video, one of the brothers goes, "Not salsa or merengue, my brother. Do you know not to?" And that's the song. So, what if? All right. What if it's not these two brothers, it's Mario and Luigi, and they walk up to the guy and goes, "Not salsa or merengue, my brother, but do you know the Mario?"
Oh no.
Yes! I'm just saying, that would be kind of funny,
I'm not saying it wouldn't,
That would
but
be cool. And they dress like the two brothers, except that one's wearing a red shirt and one's wearing a green shirt. Just saying, you know. I think that would be kind of cool.
And two of the main female dancers are going to be Peach and Daisy.
Well, yeah, you know, and then Rosalina and Paulina would be there, you know. And as Cedabiri says, the Oscars performance was great. It really was. I may have to put this on my list and see if I can get a couple of these plushies while I'm in Japan. Anything's plausible, so. Okay, all right. Enough about that. So, I was hoping that when I was setting up the video earlier that you didn't hear the audio coming out from it because it was blasting through my speakers. I was like, oh crap! And the and the microphone was right here, so you know. Anywho, let's see what else we got here. Oh, I remember we talked about this one time. This was a few years ago. Akamoto Kitchen, I believe it is. Let me pull it up real quick over here. Yeah, Akamoto Kitchen, yes. We talked about this years ago on the podcast about crowdfunding for an anime series based on a real life food truck. And wasn't too sure what had happened with that, but we have a long awaited update. It seems that they're going to finally release a trailer for this actual series. It's called Okamoto Kitchen. It's a real food truck business in LA, and they've released the upcoming crowdfunded food truck comic dub anime series. I am so glad we're going to see that. And I hope somebody picks up the rights and gives it a bigger distribution. That would be kind of cool. The trailer for the anime gives fans a preliminary look into the cutthroat world of the food truck industry. The OVA series centers around the titular Okamoto Kitchen food truck team, comprised of Haru Umisaki, Chef Chizuru, Mickey, and Honey, who must find a way to succeed in a brutal food truck business in the city of LA, which is understandable. Like when I used to work at NBC, if you went outside, you could throw a stone in any direction and you'd find at least a minimum of 5 food trucks parked on a block. But
I don't see that as a bad thing.
Yeah, well, it is. It really isn't. But here's the thing: food trucks are a little pricey. So the thing is, you have to get there early because you can't. Most of those food trucks are not in the same spots every day. Like there was like a chicken tenders truck I would go to, and I had to follow them on Twitter so I know where they were parked so I can go get lunch or something like that. And the guy who ran that, he crowdfunded his food truck by winning the $1 million of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I think it's Uncle Sam's Chicken or something like that, you know. But that's how it is. It's like, and just because there are like 20 trucks out there, that doesn't mean everybody's gonna come up to your truck.
Yeah.
All types of food you could find. But I will tell you this. The most popular truck in that area was the Halal Guys, okay? I mean, for a while, they had 2 trucks out there and long lines, and people were doing their own halal variant of the Halal Guys with slightly different logos, same colors. It was just trying to throw you off, be like, they're over here. But you can definitely tell the difference in the taste. So, you know. Anywho, let's get back to this, or else I'm going to kind of get hungry again. And it's going to piss off my... And if I eat some more, I'm going to get full. It's going to piss off my medication, and I'm going to be sick. So we can't have that. So the synopsis for Okamoto Kitchen says on their Kickstarter that it is the story of the relaxing and friendly life of a food truck owner. Yeah, just kidding. The food truck industry is a brutal world. Savage races for parking spots, epic shonen food battles, and lots of video games. The naive Okamoto Kitchen food truck team of Haru, Chizuru, Mickey, and Honey try their best to navigate their way around the unforgiving landscape of the Los Angeles food truck scene. Our heroes will have to push through the growing pains and not only figure out how to thrive in the food truck business, but also discover who has their best interests at heart. The culinary arts can sometimes be hard to digest. The anime will run for 10 episodes, and each of them will be lasting 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, I can get with that. The Kickstarter page additionally notes that it will not feature the same level of animation as a professional anime series, and instead limit the movement to specific elements such as dialogue, facial expressions, and basic limb articulation. The series is directed by Gerald Abraham, a visual effects artist and the co-owner of the real-life Okamoto Kitchen. Veteran voice actress Christina V will handle the direction, along with her role as the voice of the show's main character, Haru. Co-stars Allegra Clark, Patrick Seymour, and Kimberlyn Tran are set to join her as Chizuru, Mickey, and Honey, respectively. Artist Takuya Saito, who previously worked on the key animation for the hit series My Hero Academia, Vinland Saga, and Kill la Kill, handled the character design for Okamoto Kitchen. When asked how a veteran animator for a major Japanese studio became involved with the comic dub series, Saito explained how a mutual friend introduced him to Abraham. I primarily work on TV anime, and this was my first project that specifically focused on character design, the artist said. I communicated with Gerald through email and Skype, and we fleshed out the look and design of Haru. The series will premiere on November 23rd, and it will be free to watch on YouTube. That is awesome. And Cianabiri says they need to mix this concept with the sequel to Narima Daikon Brothers. Now, think of it, it also reminds me of like Food Wars, but in food trucks. And I used to watch this series on Food Network. I don't think they're doing it anymore. They used to have a series called The Great Food Truck Race. So basically, it's basically Cannonball Run meets food trucks. And at each spot, a team gets eliminated and so on and so forth. And you got to make X amount of money in these locations and this and that. So it was kind of cool. It was cool. Let's see, what else do we have here? Let me grab my list here. All right, this one's on you, Ari.
All right, give me 1 second to get there.
All righty.
Let's see. Anime including Lupin III, Erased, Ghost in the Shell, and What a Koi are rallying to support the restaurant industry in a new otaku-friendly video ad. Suntory, one of Japanese oldest alcoholic drink distributors, has bought several anime franchises together and responded to coronavirus's harsh impacts on the Japanese restaurant industry featured in Life There Are Restaurants, A Place Where There Are People ad, released on November 1st. Feature clips of characters whining and dining from numerous anime, the full list of which includes Lupin III, Salaryman Kintaro, Fortune Favors Lady Nikoro, Bunny Drop, Shinata Shinichi-chan, Standalone Complex, Erased, Nazu, Descending Stories, A Great Passage, Gate, Watakoi, Love It Hard for Otaku, Wave, Listen to Me, Restaurant to Another World, and Wakago Zake.
Interesting they mentioned Gate, because I'm watching that one. It's pretty good.
All right. The uplifting background theme song is titled Jonetsu no Bara, performed by the Blue Hearts, who announced their disbandment in 1995. The song was released in July of 1990, topping the Japanese Oricon charts and appearing 17 times in the top 200. The lyrics were written by band's founder Hiroto Komoto, who took inspiration from the Sex Pistols. The Sex Pistols built a solid fan base in Japan, performing there multiple times, and their live album, Filthy Lucre Live, has bonus tracks for the Japanese version unavailable anywhere else. And they also inspired the Guido Mista stand in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Golden Wind. So yeah, this is a nice little ad they got going here.
That's kind of cool.
And the same thing with the food porn that Japan is famous for in a lot of its anime.
Now that you mentioned,
for some reason, whatever it is that Lupin is chowing down on in the preview looks much better animated and shaded than he does.
I mean, now that you're talking about it, I'm just reminded of the scene from Iron Chef when he walks through the kitchen and you hear that song of royalty, and supposedly that song was stolen from some other series or something like that. I was reading about it. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, kind of cool too. All right, let's see what we have here. Let's see what's up next. Huh. Okay, let's see what we have here. Looks like we're kicking things back to Barry. I think this is one of your
Yeah.
fandoms, isn't it?
Lupin the Third. I enjoy it. I
Okay.
think it's more so Mako's
Yeah,
fandom,
I
but
know, but I thought that
yeah.
I thought you might. I thought it was also one of yours as well. I just wasn't too sure.
I enjoy it. I enjoy
Okay.
it. It's a good series. It's a good series. It's got still some of the old school feel, even though there's been a lot of new renditions of it, even a live action that had a bit of a flavor change as well. So it's been pretty good.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, if you're looking for fandom on the higher end side, if you're looking to be a little more dapper and dandy with your I guess, thievery fashion, Seiko catches Lupin the Third for a new anime collab watch. The red jacket design will be limited to 3,000 pieces
Mm.
and is very understated for a collaboration with an anime. Honestly, if you hadn't told me that this was a collaboration thing, with the exception of the Lupin the Third labeling in the lower left-hand side of the watch and the red color reminiscent of his back, his big jacket, you would be, surprised to know. So, catching up with the world's greatest thief is a difficult task, but watchmakers Seiko have managed it. The company's latest anime collab is a tribute to Lupin the Third Part 2, the long running Red Jacket era of Monkey Punch's classic manga turned anime. Unveiled today, the watch sports a bright red face with blue and lavender accents, matching Lupin's iconic red jacket paired with the ensemble's shirt and tie. A Roman numeral 3 sits at the 12 o'clock mark, with the other hours marked by stylized gold bullets. The three subdials on the face feature more iconography from the series: a searchlight, a bullet hole, and Lupin's gun toting silhouette. But yeah, if you're looking to get your hands on something like this, um, I believe it looks like it's still a limited run again of 3,000 pieces, but it doesn't say exactly how much it's going to be going for. Pre-orders are open though. Give me just a second. I'm going to look and see if it has the yen listed for the watch or if it's just going to talk about, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so about 6,500 yen. I would say anywhere from 50, about 50 to $40 to $50, $50 to $60, somewhere around that.
Wait, wait,
So,
wait, wait,
you
wait,
know,
wait, wait. Hold up. It's how much?
it says monthly, times 8. So it's 8. So bulk price. Okay, so it's about $500
I was getting ready to say
for the
because
watch.
I'm reading
I
towards
was
the
gonna say that
bottom.
looks really cheap for a watch like that, but it's 8 payments of about $50 to $60 to $70,
Yeah,
depending.
because I'm looking at the article and it's like I'm looking at the like towards the bottom and I see the
I'll
price
post
and it's
this in
like
chat for
yeah,
anybody who's
it's like
watching on
ooh low.
twitch.com/anime jam session. There's the website. If you scroll down in the payment section, it tells you
Yep.
the payment plans,
Times
etc.
times 8 payments. I
Times
brought up
8.
Google Translate just now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, when I did that translate, I also had to check the yen, the dollar to yen. Right now, we're sitting pretty at around 150 yen to $1, and I'm just like
hmm
watching it because I said the week that I go is when I'm going to get my money because
Yeah.
my bank ships it in 24 hours.
Oh, that's
6,500
nice.
yen per month, 7,150 yen including tax times 8 payments.
Yep. Or if you get a bulk order, it's for 49.8 thousand
Four-
yen. It's like 49,800
49,800.
yen.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is
Jeez, a bulk order, damn.
Yup. So it's even more expensive than that. I think it said that like 551.7 if you didn't buy it bulk.
That's a
but
lot
obviously
of
with the
money.
box and all that it comes in, it's meant to be just a display piece. So.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's meant to be a display piece, but again, if you get a watch like that, there are a lot of people who will just display it, and there are others who will wear it and take care of it. It really just depends on your fandom and your amount of geekery.
And,
You know.
or, well, I've noticed what some people are doing now. This is where they're doing
hmm
financial investments. Like people will drop money like on a $5,000 watch as a financial investment to and they'll hold on.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just saying, if I had the money, I probably would and just hold on to it, and then maybe after about 5 or 10 years, flip it and just see what I get for it.
I mean, it'll probably hold more value than the NFTs that are out right now, so you're not investing badly.
I will tell you.
That's not that much of a
I
step up.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you this much. My company invested with one of like the big groups with NFTs. Yeah, they've been kind of quiet about that, but I guess no, we got our money and ran more. I'm just saying.
Yup.
Yeah, they got their money and we're like, we out. We out.
Probably for the best.
Yep. Now, next up, we're going to talk
Okay,
about.
I also
Hmm?
pricing some watches on Seiko's website.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were that much, but the little sampling size I bought up, they're starting at like $600.
Well.
Yeah, Seiko is they're like Japan's like Swiss watchmaker. And if
Mm,
you've ever seen like topmost watches, you're usually going to get from Europe or Japan.
yep.
And Seiko I think is one of the topmost brands.
Yeah, and I would say Seiko and Casio. And what's interesting,
Yeah.
when I was out
Casio.
with my friends, when I was out with my friends Friday, and we went to drop one of my friends off, we passed Bolivar's corporate center. I was like, I didn't know Bolivar's were made in New York, or something like that. I mean, their headquarters was here. I never knew. And the only reason why I know of Bolivar is because of Parker Lewis Can't Lose. Because in the series, they go, gentlemen, synchronize swatches. Because I had a swatch watch. That was the cool thing. But Parker's, it's like the group's fathers, they had Boulevars. So I thought that was kind of cool. So, yeah, and I'm on the Seiko website looking at a sports watch. Ooh, that's a lot of money. But I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
they're pretty expensive. That's an investment.
See, but here's the thing. I look at it this way. You can either get like a cheap $10, $15 sports watch from Target, which I would compare to going on Amazon and buying a $100 Sailor Moon cosplay. Or you can go to Seiko and get a better watch that'll run you about $300 because of the precision that's behind it and the quality, which is akin to going to Barry for a complete Sailor Moon cosplay that will run you about $1,000.
Give or take.
Just saying,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, if you're doing like one of the live action musicals, yeah, a lot of the trims have to be handmade and stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah, I would say it's probably comparable.
It's like going to one of your friends who thinks they know how to put a computer together for for under $500, and it kind of has cheap parts and this or that, or you come to me for a beast machine, the same thing but a beastlier version for $2,000 that will run you for at least a good 5 years. By the way, Ari, that machine has another good another good 3 to 4 years on it. So
yeah, I defer
yeah.
to the experts on this.
Yeah.
So
and I think even then, by the time we get around to upgrading it, the cost wouldn't even be that expensive. So, anyhow,
wonderful.
yep. Anywho, all right, moving right along here. We're gonna talk about Cowboy Bebop. So we're gonna jam with that. They're celebrating the 25th anniversary, and there's going to be an exhibition about it. So, for those of you who didn't know, April 3rd, 1998, the legendary anime series, yes, legendary series, Cowboy Bebop first aired on TV Tokyo. 25 years later, Bandai Namco is hosting an anniversary exhibition at the Seibu Shibuya Movida Con 6th floor special event space. When the series first aired in 1998, it would take some time before airing abroad. First in 1999 in Italy, then making its way to the States in 2001. Combining the elements of neo-noir, science fiction, and westerns, the series quickly gained popularity wherever it was aired. Now, a quarter century since it first aired, oh god, Bandai Namco, in conjunction with Sunrise, is celebrating the Cowboy Bebop 25th anniversary exhibition at the Seibu Shibuya Movida Con 6th floor event space. It's a nice gallery through the series with some wonderful displays and areas for fans, new and old, to take some photos. Here are some highlights of. There are highlights that are available on their website. Like you can see like there are there are posters of them hanging out up against like when they take your picture for the jail, the height sign. There's like artwork, like hand artwork and sketches for the character design and signatures. And you can see like up close detailings of the characters and like their bio specs, which is really cool. And you can see more about the different vehicles and ships in the show. And there's actually models on display where you can actually sit inside the Bebop. It's not the actual Bebop, but it's cool to walk over and see like the actual chair and the couch, which is kind of cool. And there is a backdrop for Big Shot, the bounty hunters. This is really cool. And there is a replica of not of the Bebop. Is it? No, that's not the Bebop. It's the ship that Spike drives in. I forget the name of that. There are lighters that are available, and there's merch. I'm going to add this to my list. I'm going to see if I can swing by and take a look. Now, what's cool are these boxes. They look like, you ever seen a box of Marlboro cigarettes?
Yeah.
Instead of it saying Marlboro, it's it is the Bebop, and it shows Cowboy Bebop on it. All right, my bad. This is really cool. I may have to swing by there and get myself a T-shirt or something like that. I gotta. Aw. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do it. The exhibition runs from Friday, October 27th to Sunday, November 19th. So it is what it is. But there are other like merch shops I'll probably go and check out. Like a friend of mine, he actually got himself a copy of the Ranma 1/2 video game for PC Engine CD Turbo Duo unit for like 800 yen. Okay? 800 yen. Wow. And that's, let me see, 800 yen to USD. $6. I'm gonna have to. I'm probably gonna be finding some good stuff at Madarake. So, and then going over to Don Quixote for a second suitcase. Oh god. Oh god. Or hopefully my existing suitcase has room for stuff. Like my old roommate, when he went to Japan, evidently he had room in his luggage, to bring back a crap ton of dojins. So, Anywho, moving right along here. Let's see, what do we have? All right, Ari, you're gonna end it. Are you gonna end it here with some McDonald's?
The official Twitter account for McDonald's Japan posted its series finale for its anime miniseries on Monday. Well, they're just 20-second shorts featuring people eating McDonald's food set to a lo-fi music track. So if you came in expecting a high-octane fight scene between the Hamburglar and Ronald McDonald, or an isekai comedy featuring Grimace and his shake, what? But anyway, you've probably seen these videos floating around. The first one was you may have seen as the family sitting at a dinner table eating.
Yep.
The mother with the red hair and the daughter looks just like her. Yeah, that's the one that really took the internet by storm.
Yeah.
Mostly because artists couldn't wait to Rule 34 the mother.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't see anything of Rule 34ing the mother, but I saw
I did. I can't unsee it.
I am so sorry. I have seen a variant where it's Spy Family, and on one of the groups I was in, people got so triggered over this because McDonald's is fast food, it's greasy food. Why? Okay. Yes. Sometimes fast food is not good for you. But I say there is nothing wrong with coming home at the end of the day, you, your significant other, and you're sitting around having McDonald's, just relaxing and talking about the. I see nothing wrong with that. I'm like,
Yeah,
Christ, people,
same here.
you know, not the end of the world. Sounds like, I mean, sounds like y'all have some really shitty childhoods, and you're taking out on the wrong people.
Yeah.
Hmm?
But yeah, there's other ones, other videos there. One of them's a girl studying, the other one's of a bunch of friends hanging out. There's at least two or three with boyfriends and girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I still like the one with the family. Like the little daughter, like
Yeah,
marking out over the French fries is just entirely too cute.
it is. It is.
So yeah, totally don't know what the problem is with the people hating on it.
Some people are just mad. Some people are just mad at the world, and they just don't know how to take their they don't know how to take out their frustrations. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Anywho, all right. I think that is it for our stories. So now we're gonna get into the part. Oh, whoops.
What?
There we go. Whoops. I went to go advance the titles, and I hit the wrong scene button. So we're good
Oops.
now. We're good now. So we're here for the part of the show that y'all really enjoy more than anything else that y'all stick around for. Meanwhile, in Japan.
Can I have the
So
second one? Because I'm gonna have to.
I would like to take the first one.
I'm gonna have to roll after mine.
okay, all right. I'll take the last story because it does sound interesting. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Barry, it is all yours.
Alrighty. Well, if you're looking for some more nerd clothing, I'm sure that watch that we spoke of earlier will definitely go with this if your favorite character is Mario. Super Mario and Gap Japan team up for a new Nintendo clothing line. But not every Gap in Japan will carry the video game apparel. So, Nintendo recently announced that it's producing a live action movie adaptation of its Legend of Zelda video game franchise. It doesn't mean that Super Mario is taking time off, though, as Nintendo mascot and his friends are the stars of the new clothing line from Gap Japan. With the weather finally starting to get colder, this line is heavy on hoodies, both pullover and zip up, and long sleeve t shirts in both men and boys sizes, with even some toddler and newborn items in the mix. For grown ups, there's the hooded sweatshirt in some of the pictures in the article, and a pair of pocketed t shirts, one with Mario and one with his brother Luigi. And if you needed something carry capacity for, say, any gold finds you find while you're out, you will be able to use the cloth shoulder tote that they have available as well. It looks like it's a really nice kind of understated nerdy look that is pretty popular now with a lot of the understated kind of casual wear that we're getting a lot of, and kind of a vintage spin on it as well, where it has this kind of t-shirt kind of worn in cozy clothing as opposed to some of the newer stuff that we've seen. Yeah, a lot of the motifs tend to be the travel pipes and things like the coins from the older series, and not so much the new graphics or like Nintendo 64 graphics. So it looks kind of exciting, and if you're into kind of old school Mario, it looks to be a pretty promising collaboration. And if you're in Japan, like Ranma, you might even be able to get your hands on it at the end of this month or the end of the year. I'm not sure.
Well, I'm not.
It looks like. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not too fond of the price of the sweatshirt because it's like $50. But then again, Gap is a premium. Is a premium. I don't even shop at the Gap. I shop at Old Navy. But I mean, they're at their premium outlets. So what I will do, I'm going to keep this open. And what I'm doing is for my 2 weeks being in Japan, I'm like blocking off, like I'm going to be in Tokyo for 3 days, and I'm putting in the location, the hotel, and I'm putting in the description places to visit if possible. That way I can look and see.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
I'm gonna see if I can kind of like put the like a Google Map link to the location so I can kind of figure out where the hell I'm going. So
Mhm.
that'd be kind of fun.
That's exactly how I plan out my trips whenever I've been to Japan.
What, through Google Maps?
Well, just having an orientation of
Mm-hmm.
where it is from your hotel
Mm-hmm.
to the location, because
All
it
right.
makes it just a lot easier to get around and kind of plan out your day, especially when you're trying to figure out the metro system as well, like
All
the
right.
the subway system. It makes it a lot easier.
Tomorrow or Thursday, I might pick your brain for about 5-10 minutes about that.
Okay, no worries.
Appreciate it. All right.
So this one's on me, right?
Yup.
Second one.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Aerosmith taiyaki now available in Japan for a limited time. A traditional Japanese sweet has been a favorite of locals since it was first introduced in the masses back in 1909. Now, over 100 years later, the humble fish-shaped baked sweet made from a pancake-like batter has become so well known around the world that even famous stars like the members of rock band Aerosmith are big fans.
Mm.
Steven Tyler, lead singer, first fell in love with the taiyaki during a visit to Japan, and ever since then, the sweet treat is one of the first things he buys when the plane touches down in Tokyo. He reportedly loves it so much he could eat. He says he could eat 10 of them before performing on stage, and ex-lead guitarist Joe Perry was equally enamored, once calling it the perfect food on a radio program.
Talk about priorities. Just saying.
They even had a falling out over it, apparently, when Tyler bought a load of taiyaki back in Japan to take home with him, but someone, supposedly Perry, ate them all on the plane.
Oh.
So, yeah, Tyler and the bandmates are no doubt chuffed with the latest achievement, a tie-up with esteemed taiyaki chain Naruto Taiyaki Honpo to release their very own taiyaki. It's a collaboration that took everyone by surprise when it was announced, but as it turns out, there's a good reason for it, as it celebrates Japan's debut of Greatest Hits, the band's compilation album that marks 50 years of Aerosmith releases.
Nice.
While traditional taiyaki filled with a sweet red bean paste, the Aerosmith Greatest Hits taiyaki will be filled with an apple paste in honor of the album's apple red color.
That's really cool.
So yeah, it looks like it would be good. It retails for like 300 yen, about $1.99, and it will only be on its menu for a limited time. I don't know how limited, but if you do manage to find one of those while you're over there, you let me know how it turns out.
That I will do.
Awesome.
All right, Ari. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll definitely see you next week if you want to join up.
Yeah, if I'm not working.
Yeah, because mostly next week will be me talking about Anime NYC, so that'll be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will see you guys later.
All right, Ari. You take care.
All
man.
right, good night, Ari.
I'm
Take
gonna
care.
go look on Rolex's site for watches and then pass out at the sticker shop.
Yep.
Well,
See you later.
Ari Rockefeller Esquire brings you the Rolex.
Later, guys.
Later. All right, let me go ahead and see. Let me go ahead and fix the overlay real quick so we can get the proper lettering up here. There we go, and we're done. So, I mean, honestly, there's a picture. I can picture Ari in his evening chair, the fireplace, in his best robe, adjusting the monocle as he's reading a book, you know? And right there is the Rolex, you know? And it says at the bottom, you hear in the background, for the great moments in your life. The Ari Rockefeller collection. Only at Rolex.
I mean, it is that kind of name.
I know, right? That would be kind of cool, though. All right.
Yeah.
So I think it's on me now, right?
Yeah, I
Right.
think it's on you. Last stories you.
Yep,
Rama.
the regional dish, and it's kind of interesting. It's a dish. It's a fish dish, and Ari's allergic to fish, so it was good timing that he jumped out. So.
Oh yeah, definitely, because we all know allergies can be triggered by news stories.
Oh, you know, there are some people that are actually like that. Just saying. So basically, karma is particularly strong when it comes to Japanese cuisine, basically. The governor of Akita Prefecture, Norihisa Satake, got himself into hot water recently over a remark about a regional Japanese dish. At a government meeting on October 23rd, he claimed that jacoten, an Ehime Prefecture specialty made by frying locally made fish paste, was binbo kusai, or food for poor people. That's like saying instant ramen is food for poor people. Look, there are rich people that eat that shit now. So the governor apologized for the careless remarks, but that wasn't enough for the people of Akita Prefecture. Since the incident, orders of Ehime Made jacoten have skyrocketed, with many of the orders coming directly from Akita. One shop claimed they had over 100 orders for it between October 23rd and 31st. One shop owner claimed that we were upset at the remark at first, but it's really helped us out with sales. I'm really grateful for the people of Akita. Jacoten may not look like most Instagram-worthy morsel. Wait, I see what that is. Let me pull this back up. Sorry. It may not be the most Instagram-worthy morsel, but it can be enjoyed in all sorts of tasty ways. It's delicious in a bowl of udon noodles, and you can find jacoten onigiri if you go to some regional food shops. It has some serious history. It's said to be served in Japan as early as 1615. And so it seems that in this situation, any press is good press. Jacoten is making headlines thanks to the citizens of Akita and the governor. We suppose raising awareness for a regional dish that will likely be around for many more years to come. Sounds good. And to go back to our last story, CWRE goes, anime piece theater? Yes, because we don't do One Piece around here. Well, we do make exceptions. Alright, so, yeah, I think, so basically, Barry, when you went to Japan, you basically just, like, threw pins on Google Maps so you can kind of figure your way around?
To a point, like I downloaded the map for the locations I was going to be in, and then I had an idea. If not the map, then I had directions or the location of where to go.
Okay.
But again, my trip was very food and fashion focused, so I was very much looking for very distinct places. And also because of my dietary restrictions, not all restaurants or even just convenience stores in Japan have gluten-free or dairy-free options. So you have to be kind of aware of that.
Fair. Well, like I said, what I plan to do is each day I'm there, I'm just going to list locations that I want to go to. And I'm just going to just tap it so it takes me to that in the map so I can see where I'm going with that. And from what I've spoken to other people about, I will not be one of those walking around with my headphones on blasting. Nope. I'm going to be paying fully attention to everything as I see this 6-foot-tall black dude wearing anime t-shirts, just enjoying everything for what it's worth. So, Anywho, even though we have time, I think it's time we should wrap it up anyway.
Yeah, it never hurts to get a little bit of an early night sometimes.
Yeah, that and my meds are it's kind of messy with me, so I gotta go handle business. So it's not that
no worries.
It's not that serious, but I'm like, I just kind of want to have that.
You just want to give yourself the best situation to get used to them, because if they're new, there's a lot of bodily changes you're probably going through and stuff. So.
I'm used to the medication now. It's like the difference is my sleeps I've been sleeping a little bit more. It's like I haven't been eating as much. It's just running to the restroom back and forth.
Yeah.
And hopefully, and drinking a lot of coffee has been helping with that. So,
Yeah.
We got that all out of the way, and I do apologize for that. If you like the show, tell a friend. They in turn will tell another friend, and so on and so forth. We're independent bloggers, independent podcasters, so what we like and don't like, we're straight up telling you. So if you have any questions about the show, give us a call drop us a line at podcast@animejamsession.com. Yes, we no longer have like a Skype line, but again, that is podcast@animejamsession.com. Don't forget to check out our website at animejamsession.com, where you will find not just our weekly podcast, you'll find anime reviews, cosplayer tips and tricks, cosplayer interviews, editorials, links to our YouTube page of convention videos, links to our Facebook fan page of cosplay coverage, and then some. All that and a lot more at animejamsession.com. Don't forget to follow our podcast through podcasting apps such as Anchor FM, iHeartRadio, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, and Apple Podcasts. Just search Anime Jam Session and episodes will come right on up. So, and what's cool is some of these apps will allow you to leave reviews. So if you could, leave us a review. We greatly appreciate that. A little bit goes a long way. Let's see what else we have here. Our social media. Follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. It's Anime Jam Session. Follow us on those so you know when we're going live, when episodes are going up, articles, all that, and then some. And those of you who follow us on those, thank you so much. We could not do the show without y'all. And down below, if you're participating with us, is our tip jar. Links to our Stream Elements, Streamlabs, and Ko-Fi if you want to send us a few dollars. We really appreciate that. You can cheer us on with bits, or you can also sub to the channel. Every little bit counts. So you can sub for yourself, give a gift sub, do whatever. We really appreciate all of that. So now we're going to go around the room. Last words, Barry.
Well, I know that it has been a little while, Dewdrops and Daydreamers, but I will be seeing you again soon, I'm sure. And as always, it's a pleasure.
My last words is, yeah, I'm staring at the suitcase for Anime NYC. I gotta repack because I know all that stuff. It's gonna be fun. So that is it. End of list. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. We will be here. Will you be here? We hope that you are. So I'm Ranma.
And I'm Barry Mellon.
Great fight. Great night. See you next week. Psst, say goodnight.
Good night.
Say goodnight, Barry.
Good night, Barry.
Good night, y'all.
This podcast has been a production of Anime Jam Session and AJS Productions. No fanboys and fangirls were hurt, maimed, shot, electrocuted, or pistol whipped in this episode. For now. The views, opinions, and thoughts expressed on this show do not reflect the staff or the network as a whole. But we're still right, damn it. For transcripts of this episode, start typing. Check us out at animejamsession.com and vognetwork.com for more information about us and other programming. Jamatane!